The moment she said it, something inside me tightened, like a fist closing around my ribs. "Don't wait up," Maya called out from the hallway mirror, fastening her earrings with the kind of excitement she no longer showed around me. "I'm with important people tonight." Important people. The words echoed long after the front door clicked shut. For the next 30 seconds, I just stood there in the living room, still holding the mug of tea I had made for her. Steam curled from it, fading into the cold silence she left behind. And that silence, it told me more than any fight ever could. 1. The change I pretended not to see. Maya had been different for months, slipping back into the house late, smiling too much at her phone, wearing perfume on nights she claimed she was exhausted. But every time doubt tugged at me, I forced myself to look away. She was my wife, my partner, the woman I spent 7 years building a life with. You don't accuse the person you love of betrayal, not without tearing something inside you. But sometimes the tearing happens anyway. Tonight, though, tonight felt different. She wasn't just going out. She wanted me to know she didn't care if I was awake, worried, waiting. The tea burned my palm, and I finally set it down. I tried to distract myself, washed dishes, folded laundry, even attempted to watch a football match. But every few minutes, my eyes drifted to the clock. 10:48 p.m. 11:32 p.m. 12:57 a.m. Each minute stretched into something sharp, scraping at my chest. Finally, around 1:13 a.m., her phone buzzed on the table. She'd forgotten it. And the screen lit up with a message that didn't belong in a husband's home. "Can't wait to see you. Last night was perfect." My breath stalled. Another message. Then another. Names I didn't recognize. Words I wished I hadn't seen. And a photo. A blurry shot of a man's arm around someone who looked too much like her. My heartbeat drowned out everything. The fridge's hum. A ticking clock. Even my own thoughts. I didn't want to believe it. But belief wasn't asking for my permission. To the drive. By 1:30 a.m. I was in the car. Not because I wanted to catch her. Not because I wanted proof. But because doing nothing hurt worse. Her friend Tanya had posted earlier on her story. Some rooftop lounge, loud music, glittering lights. Maya had been tagged in the corner of one clip. I drove there. The city at night felt like a stranger. Cold roads, hollow shadows, traffic lights blinking through an empty world. When I reached the lounge, I didn't go in immediately. I sat in the parking lot, gripping the steering wheel until my knuckles throbbed. My mind kept replaying every small moment I'd ignored. Her laughter at late-night messages. Her sudden interest in new dresses. Her distant eyes when we talked. You don't lose someone overnight. They drift first, then disappear. I finally stepped out of the car. The bouncer barely glanced at me as I entered, swallowed by pulsing music and perfume-heavy air. It took only a minute to find her. 3. The moment that broke everything. Maya was on the far side of the lounge, near the open balcony overlooking the city. She wasn't alone. A man stood behind her, too close. His hand at the small of her back like it had always belonged there. She laughed at something he whispered, her head tilting in a way that used to be mine. My throat tightened until breathing felt like work. I didn't confront them. Not at first. I just watched. And in those few seconds, the world rearranged itself. My marriage, my trust, the love I sacrificed sleep and sanity to protect, it all fell apart quietly, like paper burning without flame. Then Maya turned. The smile on her face faded when she saw me. Her lips parted. Armin, what are you doing here?" The man stepped back slightly, eyes flicking between us. I swallowed hard, my voice rough. "You left your phone." I held it up. Her expression crumpled, not with guilt, but with fear of being exposed. The man cleared his throat. "Maybe I should." "Yes," she snapped. "Go." He left without another word. Maya grabbed my arm. "Armin, don't make a scene." "Not here." "Scene." I almost laughed. "You told me you were with important people," I said. I didn't realize important meant him. Her jaw tightened. It's not what you think. Then tell me, I said. Tell me what I'm thinking. She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. Her silence was the answer. For the ride home. We didn't speak in the car. She sat on the passenger side, hands clenched in her lap, staring out the window as though the night sky would offer her a script to fix this. I didn't yell. Didn't cry. Didn't ask why. The absence of emotion scared her more than anger could have. When we pulled into the driveway, she lifted her head. Armin, please. Not tonight, I said softly. I can't do this tonight. I walked inside, leaving the door open behind me. She followed slowly, her footsteps hesitant, unsure. Maybe for the first time, she understood that what she broke could not be glued back with apologies. 5. Morning. What still lived. Morning sunlight filtered through the curtains when I finally stepped out of the bedroom. I hadn't slept. My eyes felt raw, like I'd rubbed grief into them. Maya was on the couch, still in last night's dress, mascara smudged. Armin, can we talk? I sat in the armchair across from her. Say what you need to, I whispered. She took a long, shaky breath. I made a mistake. One night. Yes. Her eyes filled. This wasn't supposed to happen. So it happened, I said quietly. More than once. She didn't deny it. And that truth sliced deeper than her betrayal itself. The repeated nights. The secrecy. The choice to keep choosing someone else. Why? Yes. Just tell me that. She wiped her cheek. I felt invisible. I felt like you didn't need me anymore. I stared at her. Disbelief. Something bitter rising in my throat. I didn't need you. My voice cracked. Maya, I built my life around you. She pressed her palms to her eyes, shoulders trembling. I know I messed up. I know I hurt you. But I never wanted to lose you. I looked away. Because the truth was, losing her wasn't what hurt. It was realizing she had lost me long before I'd even understood she was leaving. 6. What morning taught her? For a long time we sat in heavy silence. Then, with a steadiness I didn't feel, I said, last night when you said don't wait up, I waited anyway. I always waited for you. Come home. Talk to me. To choose me. She whispered, I'm sorry. I know, I replied. But sometimes sorry comes after the damage has already done its work. Her face crumpled. Armin, please. We can fix this. We can try therapy. We can. Therapy doesn't work, I said softly, when someone has already stepped out of the marriage. Her lips trembled. I'll stop seeing him. I shook my head. It's not about him. It's about trust. Once it breaks, it doesn't come back the same. She sobbed quietly, hands covering her face. And for the first time I didn't move to comfort her. Because her sadness wasn't my responsibility anymore. 7. The ending that chose itself. When I stood up, Maya looked at me like the world was collapsing. Where are you going? For a walk, I said gently. And after that? I don't know yet. But I need space. You need to think. And we both need to stop pretending we're okay. Her voice cracked. Please don't leave me. Paused at the doorway. I'm not leaving, I said. You left first. Her cry followed me into the morning air. I didn't look back. Because some endings aren't dramatic. They aren't loud. They aren't explosive. Some endings happen quietly. In the moment you realize that loving someone doesn't mean losing yourself to keep them. And by morning, she finally understood the weight of her words. Don't wait up. 'Cause now, I wouldn't.